Democrats doing Olympic-level flip-flops on immigration. President Trump introduced a merit-based immigration plan, but the Democrats are misleading the country on a border crisis that desperately needs fixing. And now this, the Democrats did sound like Trump before Trump became president. Democrats demanded a crackdown on the border. Here's Nancy Pelosi ripping into the president's plan yesterday.
I want to just say something about the word that they use, merit. It is really a condescending word. Are they saying family is without merit? Are they saying most of the people who have ever come to the United States in the history of our country are without merit?
But it's Nancy Pelosi who is the biggest flip-flopper of all. Nancy Pelosi supported merit-based immigration. She demanded Democrats crack down on the border back in 2013. Pelosi urged House Democrats to vote yes for the exact same immigration reform agenda the president now wants, a merit-based system. Also, stop family chain migration. That's what the Democrats were for 6 years ago. Also, stop the visa lottery. Joining me now is former Republican governor of Wisconsin, Scott Walker. Governor, your take on that?
Yeah, it's simple. Three things have changed. The words are simple. President Donald Trump. There's no other reason why Pelosi and Schumer and all the rest of the Democrats or hypocrites in this are out there saying what they're saying after, as you said, they pushed for this years ago. It just makes sense. We want makers, not takers in America. We want people at a time when we've got a healthy economy, the lowest unemployment rate we've had in 50 years, thanks to Donald Trump's tax cuts and other good policies. We want to make sure we have people that can come in. But when times are tough, like they were 7, 8, 9 years ago, we want to make sure we got an immigration system that dials down a little bit. And it should go back and forth depending on the merit, just like we did all throughout our history in the past.
Here's Nancy Pelosi demanding that Democrats must, quote, reaffirm our values, advance our ideals, honor our history as a nation of immigrants. Pelosi went on to cheer the 52 Senate Democrats who voted for immigration reform, including merit-based immigration, saying, quote, the Senate moved our country one step closer to achieving common sense reform that reflects our heritage and makes America more American. I mean, this is pretty brazen hypocrisy. Can the country believe anything the Democrats say now? Our border is in trouble, period. And they are AWOL hypocrites. Now, not all immigrants are just takers. A lot of immigrants do work hard. But, but the point being is that Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Bernie Sanders, 52 Senate Democrats all wanted what Trump wants now.
Illegal immigration is wrong, plain and simple. Until the American people are convinced that we will stop future flows of illegal immigration, we will make no progress on dealing with the millions of illegal immigrants who are here now.
Sorry, Governor, that was Chuck Schumer back in 2009. Governor, your reaction to Chuck Schumer?
Over and over again. Yeah, I mean, a decade ago, he thought border security was a big issue. 6 years ago, he and 51 other Senate Democrats voted for this. Nancy Pelosi asked House members, her Democrats as well as others, to vote for a package that included this. They were for it before they were against it, and the only reason they're against it is because Donald Trump is for it.
But why should voters listen to anything that these top Democrats say when they are brazenly flip-flopping and the Border Patrol is saying, we're in crisis, we need help, and no Democrat has ever sat down to talk to them? Why should any voter believe anything the Democrats have to say now? There's a serious credibility crisis when they do things like this. They were for exactly what the president wants now, 6 years ago. And now they're trying to rip into the president for the same agenda they wanted. I think the American people see right through this, Governor.
I think they really do. And I think they see it every step of the way. They're going to try and stop this president from moving forward common sense ideas that Americans are for. Not just today, but you think back to Ellis Island. That's exactly what Ellis Island was. I think about my ancestors, my family, and so many other Americans out there. We had people come to America. They had to make sure they had enough money to get up and going so they wouldn't be wards of the state, that they had a job, an opportunity. That's exactly what we want. If people want to come to America and they want to live the American dream by working, we want to have people at a time when we've got record number of jobs available and we've got higher wages and great opportunities. Again, thanks to the policies of this president that people like Pelosi and Schumer are trying to dismantle. The American public needs to see through this, and I believe in states like Wisconsin they're going to do just that.